Laura from Laura's Place in a Cup of Grace, and today we are going to be talking about building a preschool unit study. Unit studies are something you generally hear for older kids, but preschool unit studies are lots of fun, and it's a great way for your kids to learn everything kind of incorporated around a central theme, and it really reinforces what they're learning. You can take a unit study and you can do it for a week. You can do it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 4 weeks sometimes before you start having issues with interest and attention. Picking a theme for a preschool unit study is a lot of fun because you can either go off what your child wants, which is a great way to start yourself on a path for delight-directed learning, or you can pick something that you like or that you think your child needs to learn or maybe would be interested in if they were introduced to it. Don't be afraid to tackle hard topics or things that you might automatically think go to older kids. You've got wonderful things like kitchen culture, where you can go around the world by what you're cooking if you wanted to do a project unit study. We're getting ready to do a unit study on anatomy in the human body, and we're going to be focused on a lot of the preschool elements, but we're able to cover a lot of science, and as long as we keep the actual Latin names down to a minimum, I'm sure it won't be a problem for Mr. T, but you can really get creative and have a lot of fun with bigger subjects and bigger themes. So don't be afraid to tackle those if you think that it's something you might want to do. Once you have picked a theme for your unit study, you're going to choose what kind of unit you want to do. Do you want it to be more technology based? Do you want no technology at all? Do you want to incorporate lots or a little media? Do you want to do a literature based unit study where pretty much everything's in the books? Do you want to do a unit study where you can follow up with a lot of fun field trips? Do you want to have different elements like lap books or notebooks? And once you've decided how you kind of want to set it up, that's when you start picking your elements. We do a lot of lap books here because the cutting and the pasting, being able to use pictures where there could be handwritten words is something that's very handy for us for Mr. T, and we can go back and revisit those in a year or two, and it's also fun to show the grandparents. He really likes to take it out when they're here to visit. But one of the the lap books that we've done recently was the butterfly unit study. You can see inside we've got all these fun little flowers and butterflies. We had a lot of fun doing that one. Just about everything in this one is laminated because I know it's something that he really enjoys, so that it's laminated so it'll last longer, which if you have preschool boys, you understand. If you wanted to do a notebook, this is an example of an Apologia Junior Notebooking Journal, which is designed more for your little kids. It's got, your larger lines for the writing. You can add in things, little mini books and pictures and whatever, so it's almost like a Lapin note. We do a lot of media with a lot of our units. When we study, different animals, we'll listen to different pieces from our Maestro Classics, Carnival of the Animals. There's just a lot of really fun things you can do. You can incorporate, music into everything. We do a lot of DVDs. Mr. T does really well with screen time and with apps. Some of that is related to a little bit of a gross motor delay, which is kind of a hand-in-hand with some of the apraxia symptoms. But we also do a lot of projects, which is really fun and gets your preschoolers really involved hands-on. This is one of the ones that we're going to be doing for our human body unit, which you'll see a lot more of those materials throughout this week because that's the one we're getting ready to do, and it's the one that I'm building as we go. So tomorrow come back and we'll be talking about different resources, and I will have lots and lots and lots of links to share with you for a lot of free resources and a lot of really good places to get good information when you're building your preschool units. Thank you so much for coming to visit us now at lauramolatier.com, and we'll see you soon. Bye.